on the clean and unclean thing. Oh, and also before I get started, ever so sorry for the microphone trouble. I'm gonna get a new one soon. I've had a couple of complaints, and so I am aware of it. I apologize, and okay, just maybe turn it up on max volume and forgive the sibilance, and it'll probably work. I don't have a very loud voice. Okay, my wife was the one who thought of this idea. The no pork thing, you know, there's a lot of doctors that when they find out that you have a very serious cholesterol or some sort of problem like that, you know, they may give you an order, and I've heard of it before, when they say, you know what, you gotta stop eating pork, or you're gonna die. And people listen. They say, oh, well, gee, I don't want to die. Well, if you listen to a doctor, why wouldn't you listen to the Almighty? He commanded it not to be eaten. The Torah is forever, to the end of the earth. And hey, the wage of sin is death anyway, so I mean, you know what I mean? It seems like just a physical manifestation of what spiritually is a condition of what's going on, right? Okay, and here's the part that made me laugh. My wife said, now if somebody starts to try and quote that guy Paul or something like that, well, all things he made are clean and everything. Well, let's ask them if they'll invite us over to their house for a rat feast. You know? I mean, after all, it's not what goes in the mouth but comes out that defiles a man, right? Yeah. I thought that was cute. You listen to the doctor, but not to Elohim. If he made all things clean, I'll come over for a rat feast. That's gross. No. You know, people aren't too realistic about it, you know. One time I was talking with some people that, you know, they were pod smokers, you know. And they said to me, well, they quoted a verse, you know, the green herbs of the field, you know, he made for us to enjoy or whatever, you know. He said, it's all natural, and that's why it's okay to smoke it. I said, well, poison ivy is all natural too, but I don't think you would rub it all over your face. You know, now I don't have anything against that kind of thing. You know, I mean, whatever. If people can drink whiskey, you know, or whatever, and it only became illegal because of the cotton industry, from what I read anyway, and junk and stuff. I mean, whatever. Different subject. Sorry about that. I don't mean to sidetrack. It's just the idea is that people use certain passages in Scripture to justify certain actions when it may or may not be necessary, it may or may not be accurate or appropriate to do so, you know. And so people listen to the wrong people, read the wrong books, different stuff like that, and you can wind up in some serious trouble spiritually, you know. Got to remember that a lot of the things people are going off of today to approve or disprove things that they do is based off of translated letters many centuries ago that were done by some very, very, very evil people into a very pagan language, and using someone who in no way, shape, or form was an actual representative of the religion that he claimed to be a part of. And so you really got to deeply and objectively research these things. I don't want to do a video on Paul just because so many people have done so many of them that are already my friends. Just you know, bounce around and do it. I out of respect for all the really good videos that friends on YouTube have done, you know, I would rather not speak about it unless I'm asked to by some of them. Say, no, go for it, dude, or something, because they just do such a good job, you know. But I would highly recommend doing a search on that. You know what, I probably will do on it at some point. It shouldn't be on this one, but a couple of ideas popped into my head because I realized that I didn't see certain points in these videos I'm talking about that are so cool. There are certain things that I found that I haven't seen reproduced yet, at least not that I've noticed, so maybe I should at some point. But I think that's it for that one. It was just, you know, the clean and unclean thing was forever right along with the rest of Torah, and so it's a very intense misconception to believe that it was done away with. And health science and even doctors, that, you know, if you get heart disease or something, they're enough. They know enough science, tested and proven that, you know, pork, you know, it doesn't matter if it's another white meat or what. It's just not designed. It wasn't invented to be a food. You know, it just simply is not a food item. It's a very gross thing, and if you read the prophets, you'll see the Almighty speaking about how he feels about people who eat the flesh of swine and how he'll judge on Judgment Day, and that hasn't happened yet. So, you know, we're living in a time in between when the prophecy was given and in between when what he said he was going to do on the final day comes about, because it's not the final day yet. So to read how he feels about it and how he'll judge on Judgment Day, which hasn't happened yet, and the fact that he doesn't change yesterday, today, or forever at all, you know, these things have to be kept in mind and really thought about. And so, okay, that's about it. This isn't really for my friends and subscribers, I guess, in a way. I just thought that almost everyone knows this anyway, and so I apologize for feeding a full horse, I guess you could call it. If anyone happens upon the title and searching of people who don't know me or whatever, maybe they'll get something from out of this. Okay, thank you.